the income tax is nothing less than the enslavement of the entire country. Now, the control of the economy and the perpetual robbery of wealth is only one side of the Rubik's Cube the bankers hold in their hands. The next tool for profit and control is war. Since the inception of the Federal Reserve in 1913, a number of large and small wars have commenced. The three most pronounced were World War I, World War II, and Vietnam. World War I. In 1914, European wars broke out centered around England and Germany. The American public wanted nothing to do with the war. In turn, President Woodrow Wilson publicly declared neutrality. However, under the surface, the U.S. administration was looking for any excuse it could find to enter it. The First World War caused 323,000 American deaths. J.D. Rockefeller made $200 million off of it. Not to mention the war cost about $30 billion for America, most of which was borrowed from the Federal Reserve Bank at interest, furthering the profits of the international bankers. World War II. On December 7, 1941, Japan attacked the American fleet at Pearl Harbor, triggering our entry into that war. President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared the attack was a day that will live in infamy. A day of infamy indeed, but not because of the alleged surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. After 60 years of surfacing information, it is clear that not only was the attack on Pearl Harbor known weeks in advance, it was outright wanted and provoked. Roosevelt, whose family had been New York bankers since the 18th century, whose uncle Frederick was on the original Federal Reserve Board, was very sympathetic to the interests of the international bankers, and the interest was to enter the war, as we've seen, nothing is more profitable for international bankers than war. Vietnam. The United States' official declaration of war on North Vietnam in 1964 came after an alleged incident involving two U.S. destroyers being attacked by North Vietnamese PT boats in the Gulf of Tonkin. This was known as the Gulf of Tonkin Incident. This single situation was the catalytic pretext for massive troop deployment and full-fledged warfare. One problem, however, the attack on the U.S. destroyers by Vietnamese PT boats never happened. It was a completely staged event to have an excuse to enter the war. Former Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara stated years later that the Gulf of Tonkin incident was a mistake, while many other insiders and officers have come forward, relaying that it was a contrived farce, a complete lie.
By 1966, more than half of all African Americans opposed the war in Vietnam. Blacks were disproportionately dying in Vietnam.
60s at the time was not sort of an advertising concept. It was not a set of pop music hits. It was a period of near-revolutionary change in American life and the American psyche and in American relations between and among peoples and races and the rest.
In April and May of 1963, you have the single most important urban mobilization in the desegregation struggle of the South, and that's in Birmingham. King is jailed. Thousands are jailed. In September 1963, you have the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing and the murder of 4 little black girls. The month before, you have the March on Washington, D.C. 250,000 Americans, black and white, demonstrating, pressing the Kennedy administration to push Congress to adopt national civil rights legislation. In November '63, you have the assassination of John F. Kennedy. It was inescapable if you were a black American. Living in this country in 1963-64, not to have been profoundly moved and touched by these events. That was the context in which the Sonny Liston Cassius Clay fight occurred.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Malcolm X, once he got to know Cassius, he absolutely adored the young man and treated him like a younger brother. And the feeling was mutual.
Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave. What does it mean? Muhammad it means words of all praises, and Ali means most high. No, the black Muslim is the name you give it and the press give it. We're not black Muslims. My religion is Islam, which means peace. Everything good of authority was made white. If you look at Jesus, we see a white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Now I'm sure if there's a heaven in the sky and the color folks die and go to heaven, and where are the colored angels? They must be in the kitchen preparing the milk and honey. Your religion tells you not to kill, but you will kill. Because what? Because you're giving up your religion teaching. I'm not giving up my God for no government. Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it before denouncing the religion of Islam. I'm ready to die. I have a religion, which is the religion of Islam, that most people don't understand and they don't seem to like. Why should me and other so-called Negroes go 10,000 miles away from home here in America to drop bombs and bullets on other innocent brown people who's never bothered us? And I will say directly, no, I will not go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
I'm saying you're talking about me about some draft, and I'm not going to help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm going to die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother or some darker people or some poor hungry people in the mud for big powerful America and shoot them for what? They never call me nigger. They never lynch me. They never put no dogs on me. They never rob me of my nationality, rape and kill my mother and father. Well, I'm going to shoot them for what? How can I shoot them poor people? I'll just take me to jail.
My intention is to box to win a clean fight. But in war, the intention is to kill, and continue killing innocent people.
I'm asking you if you apologize for the unpatriotic remarks that you made.
I'm not apologizing for nothing like that because I don't have to. I'm just apologizing for what I said to the newspapers and to the press.
Mr. Clay, when
Muhammad Ali, sir.
Mr. Clay
Muhammad Ali,
or
sir.
Mr. Muhammad Ali, either
Yes,
one.
I'm just Muhammad Ali.
When
sir.
you appeared before this commission before, if I recall correctly, you said you were the people's champion?
Yes, sir. I believe in the Holy Quran. We do not take parts in no wars in which take the lives of other humans unless it's a holy war declared by God himself.
How can a man turn around when he is called to serve in his country and say, hell no, I won't go? Citizens cannot pick and choose which war they wish to fight.
Cassius, you're talking.
I'm not Cassius. You still calling me. I can't get on with you.
Mohammed, you're talking in
I'm not no white
particulars when
man.
you have to talk in generalities.
So you want to keep calling me a white man's name. I'm not white. I don't want to be called after your name no more. I'm not no slave. I'm Muhammad Ali.
My name is Muhammad Ali, and you will announce it right there in the center of that ring after the fight if you don't do it now. You acting just like an old Uncle Tom. I predicted that the way he's been talking about me, that I would give him a good whooping. And I'm so thankful that he did have the power to stand up like he did, because that's what he got was a good whooping.
Why me, the heavyweight champion of the world, and ranking me as 1A without testing me in no way? I just can't understand it, and I'm trying to figure it out. Why is this me?
My intention is to box to win a clean fight. But in war, the intention is to kill, and continue killing innocent people.
It took an all-white jury less than a half hour to find Muhammad Ali guilty of all charges and specifications. He was sentenced to the maximum, 5 years in prison, and was fined $10,000.
It has been said that I have two alternatives. Either go to jail or go to the army. But I would like to say that there is another alternative, and that alternative is justice.
Ali claims he cannot be drafted for religious reasons, and now the High Court will decide whether he's right.
Who's the heavyweight champion of the world?
The Supreme Court agreed today to review heavyweight fighter Muhammad Ali's conviction for refusing induction into the Army.
And I just don't think I should go 10,000 miles from here and shoot some black people who never called me nigger, enslaved me, and deprived me of freedom, justice, and equality. I just can't shoot it.
22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world. I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I'm the king of the world. Hold it. Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted.
See, the greatest sports title mean nothing, mister, if you cannot be free.
See, everybody was born for purpose. Everything you can think of was put here for purpose, and most surely human beings have a purpose too. And the wise man is he who knows his life purpose. 10 people with the knowledge of the purpose are more powerful than 1,000 without the purpose.
Boys in Vietnam are throwing away, you may say, their lives. I haven't did that much. I'm still living. They are dying today to free somebody they don't know. So what in the hell is a heavyweight title and a few stinky dollar bills for my people's freedom?
You ain't used to no black man, and mainly no boxer having no sense. I'm not just a boxer. I'm taught by Elijah Muhammad. I'm educated. Even Oxford University, your biggest seat of learning, offered me a professorship in philosophy and poetry to come in to teach. I'm not just an ordinary fighter. I can talk all week on millions of subjects, and you do not have enough wisdom to corner me on television. You do not have enough. You are too small mentally to tackle me on nothing that I represent. A wise man can act a fool, but a fool cannot act a wise man. And days I don't want to run, I'm going to get up and make myself run. Days I don't want to train, I'm going to make myself train. You can't beat me physically nor mentally.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill, and sometimes a fella's will is stronger than the man who's actually better physically, and the determination and weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
People want to hear truth. People are tired of going to church waiting till they die to go to heaven and hearing all these old lies, and people want to hear truth. People want to hear somebody tell it like they feel, want to hear questions answered, and that's why they like me, because I do it. So I'm now seriously working for my people. So my fighting is for purpose. Who speaks for his people 100% and don't give a damn about the money, being shot, take the title, take it all, and to go to jail tomorrow. I love my people, and I'm not going to sell them out. My wealth is in my knowledge. I studied life, I studied people, and I'm educated on this. But when it comes to reading and writing, I may be illiterate in that. But when it comes to common sense, when it comes to feelings, when it comes to love, compassion, heart for people, then I'm rich.
Be a fighter, not only a fighter, but a fighter who stayed with his people, who married his own race, and didn't sell his people and forget them because he could get rich.
Almighty God, Allah, fights battles for us. We are forbidden to carry anything like a weapon. We are peaceful people.
As many of you know, my husband has been battling Parkinson's for over a decade. It has been one of his greatest challenges in a lifetime of standing up to many monumental challenges, both inside and outside of the ring.
Are you very happy and content now, your life with Lonnie? And is this one of the happiest times of your life, despite Parkinson's?
This is a happy time of my life. I have a beautiful wife. I have 7 beautiful girls, 2 sons, 5 grandchildren. They're all well.